What's up there, YouTube? Genie here, also known as SilentFan85. This will be the second video I'm doing on a potentially sleepless night. You never know. This has been a crazy few days for me. They have me on some new medication for my psoriasis called methotrexate. Well, it's relatively new. I've been on it for a few months, and they've recently upped my dosage. The downside is that every so often I get these headaches that just boom, 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 boom. For people that have migraines, I don't usually have migraines. I don't have migraines at all. But for people that have migraines, my wife gets migraines, and I told her the other night, if what I'm getting every so often from this new medication, these headaches, these pounding pulsars that are just going off in my head, if they are any percentage of what you go through with a migraine, I feel for you. Seriously, it's crazy. It's pounding and pounding. So that's essentially why I'm awake right now. The hat probably doesn't help, but it's just, it's a staple here on my channel, so I wear it. But anyway, I love hats. I've been wearing hats all my life. Obviously, that's why I'm probably going bald, but I don't know if that's been scientifically proven, if wearing hats makes you go bald, but it's an interesting thought. Anyway, what I wanted to do this gamer log is kind of show off a couple of things that I recently got that's very old school for those that have seen them before. One of these things you may recognize as something that is used in life but is going away, and that is a book. An actual book with pages and paper. These are paper. So I got me a Mortal Kombat 3 strategy guide at the local game exchange. This was one of the official ones when the game first came out. And if you don't know Mortal Kombat 3, there was this one and Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, which had a bunch of new characters on it. This was before DLC. This was before you had to pay for extra characters. Technically. I mean, you had to pay for the extra copy with more characters, but you didn't have to pay for them in microtransactions. Back in my day, we didn't do that. But anyway, you did get nickel and dime for other stuff, though, like peripherals for the system and stuff like that, but that's about it. But anyway, back in the day when we used books to look up moves and strategies and cheats and stuff like that, this was the shit right here. It's kind of an awkward photo right here. Let me show this. This is Jax on Sub-Zero, right there. A little awkward. But anyway, this is something I picked up. It was only $4. And it was actually, it's in good condition. It's not mint, or near mint, but it's in good condition. There is some dog-earing, which is when pages on a book are like that, when they're kind of folded in. It's called dog-eared. And, stuff like that. It definitely might have been in the bathroom at one point. This was originally only $9.95. And look, all color inside. It's crazy. The author is Simon Hill. Former video game playtester and writer on a leading European computer and video games magazine. He now works in England as a full-time author. So that's kind of cool. But anyway, this is just a throwback. I mean, I've got, in the backpack here, I consider strategy guys trophies of games I've defeated within my time in video games. So if I beat a game, even if I didn't use the strategy guide, I get myself a strategy guide while I can. Because again, these are going the ways of the dodo. At some point, maybe a collector's item, but at some point these will be very expensive, a lot more expensive than a digital copy of a strategy guide, or just go into Google and type it in, cheat code or strategy or how to beat whoever. Because back in my day, this is how we do it. This is how we rolled. This right here. This is what they cut down a tree for, so we could have this. But it's give and take. I mean, I hate to see these go away, but it does help save trees on some level. The next thing, speaking of cheating, the OG granddaddy of cheat devices, the game Genie, the original hackery of consoles. This is for the original Game Boy back in the day. Now, you might notice, I'll try to get in closer, it's in really good condition. It even still has the Codemaster sticker on it, which is really kind of rare. But you can also see the Galoob, the manufacturer of the product itself. It's a little worn, but essentially what you would do turn the codes on and off with this. That's the code screen. You'd hit that, it automatically go to the code screen, and this would tell you that it's on. So if you don't remember the original Game Boy, I wish I had one to show you. I'm still trying to find one, but it's a little dirty. But this one probably wasn't used a lot. You could tell by the inside sticker right here, because the game slid inside, and that's where they stayed. And this one you could tell wasn't used a lot. Maybe got put in a closet or in the attic somewhere. It just sat. But you can tell it did get some use, because there are insert lines on the sides. And I'm curious if this number still works. 1-513-868-8835. You know what? Let's call that. Let's see what we get. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put this on speaker to see if y'all can hear it. But let's see. Okay, so 1-513-868-8835. Make sure I got this right. I don't want to be prank calling anybody at 1 o'clock in the morning. But all right, let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Huh. Okay, it just says not registered on network. So I'm guessing, let's try it one more time. 1-513-868-8835. This is the Game Genie.
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed as dialed, or the number has been...
Yeah, nah, it's no good anymore. But yeah, that was a Game Genie hotline. Still a problem? 1-513-868-8835. This was copyright 92. Yeah, 92. 1992. This thing's 25 years old. 25 years old. Makes me feel old. Anyway, another rarity on this is in the back. They had a book. And this is what this is. It's just a little itty bitty book. Kind of cute, actually. A little itty bitty book with codes in it. Now, if you're curious about the Game Genie or the Game Shark, they worked off hexadecimal hacks. Look at this right here. And this just kind of give you a little thing here. This is the same kind of paper they used for telephone books back in the day. Another thing that's going the way of the dodo. But that's what it looked like. Hopefully I can get that. But I mean, this had games in it. Castlevania, Belmont's Revenge, Days of Thunder, Kung Fu Master. What else do we got? Spanky's Quest. That was an interesting game. Sword of Hope. T2, Terminator 2, the arcade game. Wait, Infinite Energy for Benny the Cab. Is that Who Framed Roger Rabbit? No? Alright, well, I'm not sure. Anyway, it's kind of rare to find the Game Genie with that in it, because most of the time you would have used it and set it beside your Game Boy, and a lot of people lost it back in the day. So, you know, it's kind of cool to see that with it. And locally, this thing was only $6, but it's a really cool find. Very, very cool find. So, anyway, I kind of wanted to share that with y'all. Just kind of get into some old school stuff again, get some creating done. I'm going to try to get Beyond Two Souls recorded again while I have time and I'm up and my brain is going. But for now, I'll say salute and remember, you're awesome. Never let the world tell you otherwise. See ya.